So recently there was a mass shooting in Sacramento that has been deemed the worst mass shooting in Sacramento's history. It was really just a shootout between gang members. One of the guys who was arrested.
A lot of those shootouts are categorized as mass shootings, though.
Exactly. I mean, they don't care when it happens in the black community and, someone shoots up a party in Inglewood, whether that be the Inglewood in California or the Inglewood in Chicago, south side of Chicago. So at the end of the day, I mean, mass shootings happen all the time. Majority of mass shootings are handguns. You can go to the CDC and check it. You don't have to believe me. But essentially, this guy was released 6 years early from his previous prison sentence where he beat the out of his girlfriend, drug her by her hair out her house, like all kinds of shit, right? And this dude is never going to get out of prison because he had a Glock switch on his gun. And
Which is illegal.
Which is illegal to the it's a felony to possess it.
Yeah.
You get a minimum of 10 years for possessing them. Like in federal prison, right?
Okay, yeah. So
this dude's gone. He's going to jail forever, right? On top of the people he killed, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought back the death penalty for this dude in the state of California, right?
Jesus.
And essentially, if you don't know what a Glock switch can do, it can basically turn a Glock fully automatic. They're highly illegal. A lot of them are imported from China. Here's some news clips about it.
Police now say that at least 5 shooters were involved in last weekend's violence in Sacramento, the shooting that left 6 people dead. They're now describing this whole thing as gang violence. And one discovery, police say, is that one of the men attached a so-called switch to their gun, something that is illegal.
How prevalent are these switches when you arrive to a crime scene?
We didn't used to see these things very often. Now, unfortunately, you see them all the time. And the reason for that is they're very often made in China. They are imported illegally, either by being sold on the dark web or just sold outright.
The ATF says that between 2020 and 2021, they've seen a 5-fold increase in modified gun seizures nationwide.
So yeah, as you guys saw, these things are imported in bulk from China. And while the ATF has been trying to, crack down on them, it's really hard because it's literally a piece that's like this small that you attach to your gun and it's fully automatic. Here's a video of a shooting between Houston police and a guy with a Glock switch and a 100-round mag on his Glock. Obviously, it's illegal to possess machine guns all over the United States. It's like a federal crime. Like, you have to register. If you do have them, you have to register them with the ATF. The ATF has to deem that you can own one. And traditionally places that have machine guns are gun ranges, right? Where you can get that experience and you can shoot a minigun. You can shoot a 50 cal Browning machine gun. You can shoot an Uzi, all kinds of stuff because it's registered with the ATF and it's a gun range and that's the purpose. But essentially, I mean, I just thought this whole shooting, obviously it's really sad, but it's like Joe Biden came out and was like, oh my God, we need more of this, we need more of that. And in California, we have all of that.
Oh yeah.
So what did
in Sacramento,
those,
right?
Yeah. What did those laws do to stop the criminal?
Yeah, didn't he come out? He said he wanted to ban ghost guns. There's something else I can't remember. We'll put the actual statement on screen. But all those laws are in effect. So this just goes to it goes to show that the tragedy of this is something that can't be entirely avoided. People who are pieces of
it can
unless you crack down on the black market.
The black market is just someone stealing a gun for and then reselling it to someone. That's the black market, right? It's really hard to crack down on those types of sales, especially they're talking about ghost guns. If
those
you can
are already illegal.
How could you print? You could print that shit in your own house. It's hard to crack down on that shit.
Oh wait,
you know
those
what I
not
mean?
illegal?
It depends on the state.
Okay.
Because legally you're allowed to build your own gun
In California?
in the entire United
okay.
States. It's
Okay,
part of
cool.
the Second Amendment.
That's right. I mean, I don't like a lot of I've switched. I'm completely pro Second Amendment, so I don't even like the fucking ATF being like, we have to register your fucking
Yeah,
machine gun.
I don't like the ATF. I mean, for machine guns, I get it because of what we saw.
Miniguns? Nah, I'm good. I'll take a pass on that too. I really don't give a fuck anymore.
I mean, but that's the thing is, I understand that there shouldn't be a need for machine. I would love that machine guns were possible to be owned in the state, not only the state of California, but just in general. But some would just use it and kill everybody. Like, you already know.
Hey, not unless everyone's got a gun.
Even if
If
they
he tried to,
did,
he's gonna get his shit blasted.
even if they did, somebody would post up like they did in Las Vegas and just like start mowing people down. Like, that's the issue, right? So I understand the machine gun thing, but for me, it's like California has the strictest gun laws in the entire country. Gun crime is up. Like, look at that. This mass shooting happened with illegal parts. Like, when are people going to wake up and realize, like, yeah, gun control only is controlling the citizens that abide by the laws.
Yeah, not the people who,
Do not
commit
care.
crimes with
Yeah,
the
the
guns.
criminals are just going to continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah, they're gonna get their
And
shit from the black market because they don't want to have,
they're
their
criminals.
name
By
attached to
definition, they're
that
not going to
gun.
follow the law.
Yeah,
Like,
they're-
why would... That's why I'm just like, all this stuff is just stupid. It's like, okay, we're going to have all these red flag laws. We're going to have all these assault weapons ban and this and that. And it's
Isn't
like...
it super easy to track bullet purchases?
Now in the state of California, you have to get a background check for ammunition.
No,
So, like,
I mean,
before you had to...
Don't bullets have serial numbers on them?
No, they don't have serial numbers, but in the state of California, certain handguns have to fire. They put a stamp on the casing.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. So, like, if you fire it, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody,
Like
no criminal buys a
that's basically-
California compliant gun.
That's basically like a gun registration right there.
But that's what I'm saying is no person is gonna buy a
Because they can
California
track where the
compliant.
fuck you got the bullets. from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, this is this type of gun that was shot just from looking at the casing, obviously the caliber and stuff like that. But it stamps the casing. Like, people just don't think about this. Like, criminals aren't gonna buy the things that make it harder for them to be criminals, right? Like, that's just like the dumbest shit ever. Like, even if you banned all guns, there'd still be millions of illegal guns on the streets. So it's just like, get rid of this. Get rid of these laws. Open up concealed carry again, which again, California's probably not going to do it, but the Supreme Court's about to do it. So, and
Hey, let's get constitutional carry across the entire United States.
I mean, it's
already
already in
25.
25
Yeah.
states. I mean, I really hope that it continues, because essentially when the Supreme Court starts looking at
You know what that means?
what,
No fucking ATF if that's the case.
nah, dude, the ATF is still going to be around, obviously.
Hey, you
but-
cannot infringe on my right to bear arms. If the ATF is saying you have to do this registration process to own a machine gun, bitch, no the fuck I don't.
Yeah, but then they're gonna raid your house, and then they die like they did last time, and
That's fucked.
they did. Remember
I
the,
know.
the,
Well,
remember
not
the
my
Davidians?
house, but yeah.
Remember the Davidians?
Oh my god, yeah.
That's what happens when people don't want to give up their rights. I mean, yeah, they were a cult, and it's kind of weird, but I mean, they did have a lot of guns, and that's why they got raided. So they
What the fuck were they doing? I can't remember.
they were just it was like a cult where it was weird, where the dude was like, I'm gonna take the burden of sex, and like slept with everyone's wives and cucked everybody, and fucking
Will
they
Smith.
just owned it was basically a compound where like tons of people live, so they had like dozens if not hundreds of rifles and guns on property, and the ATF was like, yeah, we're gonna go seize that, and they were like, you're not seizing shit. And like, there's literally video of like the ATF like going in through an upstairs window and them just getting shot to shit, and then like jumping back out and like rolling off the roof.
Jeez.
So, I mean, it is what it is. Overall, I just think that, people in California need to wake up and realize, hey, the gun laws only apply to me. They don't apply to criminals. Criminals do not care. Look at this guy who was in possession of an illegal firearm. He was allowed to possess a firearm, and yet he still got one in the state of California.
It seems to be a recurring theme in today's podcast, which is people who desperately want to get things that are illegal
Can get them.
or are wrong are gonna do it by any means necessary.
Exactly.
Like we talked about in another video earlier today. So it's not crazy. Like, it's just shit's gonna happen. So when you have laws that affect the general population, where where criminals aren't following it because they never were in the first place, you're just fucking yourselves over.
Well, see, this is my thing. Why don't they just do like simple like, if you commit a crime and you are in possession and you use a 10-round mag or a 30-round mag, right, to shoot at someone in the commission of a crime, you get X amount of years added onto your sentence. Why is it like you are not allowed to own a 30-round mag? You go to jail. It's just like, why don't you punish the people that actually commit the crimes, right? If you are in possession, I mean, if you're in possession of a firearm that has scratched off serial numbers, I mean, you're f***ed, right? So it's just like, why don't we specifically make more laws that cater specifically to criminals, right? Like, hey, if you commit a shooting with the Glock switch, 50 years, right? Like, you're going to go after the criminals. Stop going after citizens like us.
That's pretty straightforward right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm just kind
It
of
just
over
seems
this
too
shit.
much like right. And again, our politicians today are just dog shit, so they're not going to do that.
Yeah. So comment down below what you guys think. Check out some of our other videos about the Second Amendment. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.